Hi Year 1. So today we're going to write back to Pirate Pete. First of all though, I want you to remember, what does the word waterproof mean? And what does the word absorbent mean? Pause the video and try and tell an adult in your house. Okay, well done. Let's have a look and see if you were right. So the word waterproof means does not soak up water. Were you right? The word absorbent, that means to soak up water. So the words waterproof and absorbent are opposites. Waterproof does not soak up water, and absorbent to soak up water. So today we're going to write back to Pirate Pete and let him know which material is best to build a pirate ship out of. Let's remind ourselves of his letter. Dear Year 1, thanks for your letters about the portholes. I've already started making them. However, how could I forget that I haven't designed the actual pirate ship yet? I need to use a material that won't suck up all the water and keep me floating on the 7 seas. Can you investigate? Pirate Pete. So he's looking for something that won't suck up all the water and can keep him floating on the 7 seas. So, when you did your experiments yesterday, what did you find out? What should Pirate Pete use to build his ship? Pause the video and tell an adult near you what he should use and why. Okay, let's have a look at some talk frames that are going to help us with our letter today. So, the first part, as we have done the past couple of days, Dear Pirate Pete. And then, let's concentrate on this first sentence, up to that first full stop. So first of all, we need to tell Pirate Pete, you should use, So what should he use? Should he use water, metal, wood, cardboard, fabric? We need something that's going to be waterproof, something that is not going to soak up the water. I think it would be good to choose metal. So I would write, you should use metal to build your ship because it is waterproof. Oh, but look, there's the word and something. What scientific language could we use that we've already learned? His ship needs to be waterproof. Does it need to be see-through? Does it need to be transparent? No, probably not. I know. He needs his ship to be rigid. Rigid. So we need his ship to be waterproof and rigid. As you can see, I've filled in the talk frame now. You should use metal to build your ship because it is waterproof and rigid. He wouldn't want a floppy ship. It wouldn't hold him or any of his things. This next part, we want you to explain what waterproof means. So to help, I filled in this next sentence. Waterproof means it does not soak up water. I do have a full stop, it's there at the end of that sentence. So, when you are telling Pirate Pete what he should use the material that he could build his ship out of, and tell me 2 properties of why he should use that material. And then explain what does waterproof mean, just in case Pirate Pete isn't as scientific as us. Then Then we need to tell him do not use. So which material should he not use to build his ship? Explain to an adult and tell them why he should not use that material. I've wrote on the talk frame to help us. Do not use paper because it is absorbent and flexible. I'm using two properties that I have learnt about paper from this last week. Then I want you to explain, what does absorbent mean? Pause the video and tell somebody near you. Well done for having a go. I've wrote it in to help us. Absorbent means it soaks up water, with my full stop at the end. Well done for having a go. Maybe you want to pause the video again to practice saying those sentences. A few things to remember. You're going to need to tell Pirate Pete what he should use and why. Explain what waterproof means. He probably hasn't been to school like you guys. Then tell him what he should not use and why. And then explain what absorbent means. Pause the video and do that now. Okay, so over the past couple of days we keep getting letters from Pirate Pete and we write back to him. He seems like he's really happy getting our letters. I'm going to model to you now how to write that letter to Pirate Pete. I've now written the first sentence. Dear Pirate Pete, you should use metal because it is waterproof and rigid. I now need to tell Pirate Pete what waterproof means. There we go. It says waterproof means it does not soak up water. We're using all of the scientific information to let Pirate Pete know what's best to do with his pirate ship. I'm now going to carry on the same line and tell him what he should not use. Here we are. I've told Pirate Pete, do not use paper because it is absorbent and flexible. Remember, we need to explain these new words to Pirate Pete. So now we're going to explain what absorbent means. So I've explained absorbent means it soaks up water. I've then finished my letter by saying from Miss Stewart. Now, as I was writing my letter, every time I got to a full stop, I always went back and read my sentence to make sure that I had the things that I must use every time I write. So I'm just going to show you how you can do that now. You can do it with your finger. I'm going to do it with my highlighter so you can actually see where it is. So when we start our letter, we start with a capital letter. And we also need capital letters for Pirate Pete's name. Then it's like you're starting a new sentence. So when you start telling him what you should use, then use a capital letter at the start. There's my capital Y for you. You should use metal because it is waterproof and rigid. That's the end of my idea, so there's my full stop. Now every time you use a full stop, that means you've finished one sentence and you're going to start a new sentence. So what I always tell my class is full stop, capital letter, full stop, capital letter. And I say that to them as they are checking their writing. Carry on reading. Waterproof means it does not soak up water. There's my full stop. So I'm going to stop reading. Full stop, capital letter. Do not use paper because it is absorbent and flexible. That makes sense. So I can carry on. Full stop, capital letter. Absorbent means it soaks up water. That made sense too, so I can put my full stop there. From Miss Stewart. So in your writing back to Pirate Pete, you need to be using the scientific words. Waterproof, absorbent, rigid and flexible. You will need to find a sheet in your learning pack that looks like this. It's got all of the material words that you will want to use, Pirate Pete's name, the scientific properties to help you tell him why he should be using that material, and then some tricky words that are hard to spell. Use, should, because. Good luck writing back to him, and we can't wait to see how well you get on.